Greetings. Today I want to share with you a message that is applicable to us worldwide, because our situation in the Caribbean countries are not uniquely different to the situation of those who lives on the continent. So we should never ignore their plight. As a matter of fact, we should pay close attention to what our neighbors and the continent is going through, because the system that they're up against is the same system that we are up against. And don't think for once that that system respects you more than the other. It is business as usual when it comes to dealing with that system. Therefore, the individual who may seem to have the warmest heart and the greatest personality has very little power and cannot influence the situation. They are simply a figure representing a greater authority, and they cannot make decision of themselves. So we must keep that in mind. It is critical that Caribbean, that Africans fix ourselves. It is imperative that those of us who travel abroad connect or reconnect with those at home and build our country. Build our country, educate our youths, and make the Caribbean a place for us to want to retire, a place for us to want to raise kids, and to grow business. We should not give up what our ancestors died and worked their entire life to build. With that, take a listen to this sister.
Stability and peace is linked to our failures. We sell off our wealth without benefit to our nations. We do not invest in innovation, science, and research. We neglect our higher education institutions where we should be generating knowledge to develop our resources. And we should be drawing through TICAD on Japan's success in science and innovation to train 1 million African PhDs and produce generators of knowledge for Africa as part of the partnership with the great innovating nation, Japan. We also allow external forces to enjoy the freedom to wreck our continent. They plunder our resources, they control our governments, and we allow them to do this ruin to Africa. Our ability to respond effectively and to create conditions for peace and stability will lie in the degree to which we accept that we as Africans must become self-reliant and that we should utilize partnerships for genuine collaboration which results in African development. We have peace and security structures within our African Union. They should be resourced, they should be given the requisite capacity so that we as Africans take care of our own security. As African governments, we must promote and practice genuine freedom, democracy, and inclusion, because this will result in peace and development for all Africans. It is only when we control our resources and our destiny, and when our public institutions serve our citizens, when there's true freedom and democracy, it is at that time that we shall enjoy peace and security. I thank you, Your Excellency.
I have one quarrel with her message, and it's something that I've seen many leaders do, African leaders. And when I say African, I mean globally. Many times they come out strong, but then they seem to walk it back a bit. And to me, it can come off a bit coward. Not saying that it is, but it can come off a bit coward. To say that African government should deal with fairness I don't understand that message. That is automatic, right? That they deal with fairness. But this seems to be a message to a certain group of people. So that kind of puzzled me a bit. Another example is this. A few days ago, I saw where a woman from South Africa, a sister, an African, from South Africa said that South Africa is for everyone who lives in South Africa. And to me, that is a chess move that will played by another group of people, and Africans have adopted that. You must always keep in mind that you are not starting from the same starting line as everyone else. You've been struggling, going through oppression on your own soil for many, many years. Right? So it is not the same because you do not have the type of money to compete with those that you are trying to start off with, or those you are competing with from the same starting line. So there must be ways to protect the resources in the country for the people who's of the country. As Marcus Garvey said, Africa is for Africans. And we should be true to that, right? And we cannot ignore history whatsoever. The last thing is this idea that everyone came from Africa. I don't know when we started saying that, but I guarantee you that Africans were not the first one who started saying that. Someone saw that it was advantageous to say that everyone came from Africa. And because we like the idea that prestige that come with everyone coming from us or out of us, we accept that. So now people go back to Africa or travel to Africa saying that Africa belongs to all of us because we all came from Africa. That is a lie from the gates of hell. Everyone did not come from Africa. There is no real proof of that. Right? Every bird did not come from one side of the planet. So I wish we could stop saying that. And anyway, that is my only discrepancy with this wonderful lady.